Hello, it's my first time going on my bike trainer in my fancy jacket, but here we go. Whoa! This is my gear. I have a bike mate that's like another kind of trainer, and it took me a while to get everything ready to get it rolling, but I'm actually facing a lake and I'm happy to be exercising inside. Here's my trusty gear changer, which unfortunately doesn't fit on my nice handlebars, but I'm now going at 6, so I guess to warm up I have to change the friction. Oh wow, that makes a big difference. As you can see, my legs are going a lot faster. And because I have a family reunion on Zoom, I'm only gonna do about 25 minutes. I'm not gonna keep you on the whole time, but I thought you'd like to know. Let's see, today was a very busy day. Athletes have real lives, and I had a conversation on how to set traps in this wonderful house, and I had a conversation about SBA loans. I had some questions that I needed to know if I was eligible for a loan, and yes I am. Thank you, US government. Don't go into debt over that one. You know, printing free money will always get you into trouble. So, I don't really listen to country music you might hear in the background, but you know, the station was on there and I was in a hurry and I just let it roll, just like I'm doing. Okay, so, now, if you're a beginner bicyclist, you always want to warm up for at least 10 or 20 minutes on an easy speed before you crank up the retention on your retention wheel. So on the back of my wheel, I have a retention bar which is on a stand, and that's what's keeping my bike stable. Getting back to my day now. And then I'll go back to some good form on a bicycle. So, I also had a conversation with Walker & Dunlop, which is an amazing firm, and they've got to be like the #1 or #2 webinar I've been dealing with and listening to on this COVID-19 situation. I was going to use another word, but it wouldn't be appropriate. Anyway, so I listened to Walker & Dunlop about the HUD programs, and HUD is the Housing Urban Development Program, which I'm trying to apply to build some affordable housing for seniors. Because believe it or not, yours truly is a little bit on the older side, and we all need to be in a budget. So I thought I'd help people like me that need to be on a budget. So, now getting back to form. So when you're riding on a bicycle, I suspect it would be good for you to keep your shoulders down. Otherwise you're keeping them up like that, and that would just be really bad for you and your shoulders and your shoulder blades. And you want to keep your knees centered in. So you're kind of, when you run, you also keep your legs straight, because if you're going out like this, then it would be a problem. So you want to be streamlined with your legs. So if you have to reposition yourself, get your knees in closer. So after my HUD and phone call, I jumped onto the end of the Sandy Springs Perimeter Chamber meeting with the SBA, and I learned that the EIDL loan, which is the emergency disaster loan, is no longer taking applications. So if you are a business person and you are enduring a disaster, and you need emergency loan, the government says they have no more funding for you. That's not a good thing. I also found out that LLCs, which sometimes have and sometimes don't have employees, can also apply. And if you are applying for any of these loans, you can ask for forgiveness if you abide by all the rules. And honesty is the best policy, because yours truly, got a phone call regarding an interview to actually monitor those SBA loans, and that wouldn't be a good idea, to lie and then have the government come after you. So again, honesty is the best policy. That goes for anyone, including our politicians. Okay, so I've now warmed up probably about 7 minutes, but I can't read I think it says 6:03 on my phone. And I don't want to keep you all day, but a couple more things. I hope you're taking advantage of all the free cultural concerts. I'm still waiting for CMAC in Canandaigua, New York to actually put up some very good music, that they have all these great musicians coming from around the world every summer, and I'd like to hear some of their music and advertise their venue. But I'd like to give a shout out to the Atlanta Ballet, who's doing a great job, an organization called Celebrate Atlanta that's taking people around the world doing walking tours online, letting us see the Bolshoi Ballet, which is in Russia, or the USSR, depending on what year we're talking about. And I've actually seen some music from the Lincoln Center in New York. So we're waiting for some more great programs, and I hope you're taking advantage of it, learning lots and getting done a lot of the things that you had been putting off, organizing wise, and getting things written, getting things donated. There's a lot of people in need right now, and I hope that they do a good job of saving once they get their job back, and I hope America resumes to kind of our new normal, but you know, that we are a vibrant community, and we definitely have the smarts, and we have the programs to do a great job. We just need for everyone to do their job, and as a lot of people are saying, and this is my closing comment before I turn off the video for the day and crank up my gear, and I'm going to work harder. And you can see this nice blue shirt underneath. I got to take off this black overcoat. I love it dearly, but it's time to go. That means that I'm really working out and I'm getting a good heart rate, and I recommend that you exercise an hour a day. I don't really care if it's a half an hour at a time, or if you're taking a class like on openfit.com and you have to say, I need to take a break for a second. It's okay. I love teaching swimming, and if you can't do something, we do it slow, but we do it right, and we get it done. That's the way I want everyone in America to do it. Number one, you need to pivot. So if you're doing something this way and you've had a nice career, then pivot and say, what can I do better? As for me, I'm currently in the lower level, also known as the terrace basement room. I know you can see this beautiful orange box in the corner there and the dorm fridge. We call this the kitchenette. It doesn't have any running water. And behind me, I think you can see some things. Hey, everyone's got to go through the family photos. That's on my agenda. So until next time, take this weekend to exercise, do caution, pivot your life, make something good about what you have, smile, be gracious, donate when you can. The Drake House in Atlanta, Georgia helps women that are homeless. Highly recommend that organization. And if you can't make a huge donation, they're looking for things on their website that are very simple, which could be just a small grocery card, or they're actually looking for some pantry items. And until then, have a great weekend. Thank you.